this automation acts as a smart pricing assistant for your Shopify store. So it automatically adjusts your product prices based on the latest supplier prices, so that there is no need for you to manually update the product price according to the supplier simply updates his price of the raw material and all. And it also dynamically calculate our profit margin and hidden cost and add them to the raw cost, and it will gives us the final cost too. And if any disaster was happened in terms of unusual pricing update, it will also automatically involve with human in the loop, so that the unusual pricing updates will be needed the manual approval from a human via Slack. So let me just show you the demo first, and after that, I will simply explain you the data flow from node to node, from the beginning to the ending. So let us test the system live. So I'm going to run the system manually for now. Okay, perfect. It was saying it already updated the price because the price was in our auto approval range, and it also sent us a Slack message. So let us just verify it. Okay, we simply got an update, and it was saying the new price was 811.21 cents. So let's just see that. Yeah, perfect. The price was exactly accurate. So yeah. And by the way, if there is any unusual, thing happen, we simply, you know, send that particular price update to the manual, approval via Slack. So yeah, let me just explain you how the data will flow from node to node, from the beginning to the ending. But before that, you need to have these two Google Sheets right here to run the system. So just make a note of the headers of the Google Sheet so that you can easily replicate them in your own system and connect back to the workflow. Okay. So firstly, the workflow will get run every single day in our, I mean, target time that we simply set inside this particular cron or schedule trigger. And after that, we will get the product dependency sheet, which was nothing but here for the example. We are having a product which was nothing but a perfume made by Aggregate. So these are the three dependencies for that particular thing, and these are the unit of measure, and these are the quantities of those whole thing. So nothing serious about it. So after getting the product dependencies, we will be get the live prices from the supplier sheet. But for each particular product dependencies, it will automatically have the supplier SKU ID. Okay, so we will be only getting those SKU information only. Okay, so you got to understand that. So these are the three dependencies, raw live prices right here, that was given by the supplier. And after that, we simply aggregate them into one, because to make the whole data flow in one direction instead of simply pushing the whole 3 to 30 items or something like that. So we are just aggregate everything into a single array or an object, and after that we will give the hidden cost percentage and the profit margin, our desired profit margin, because after that we will be using those two and calculating the final price, which automatically include the profit margin and the hidden cost. And after that, this is the section where some cool things will be happen. So as here we are dealing with a perfume made by pure agarwood, so it will be insane if we simply if the simple new price was under $500, right? So this condition simply checks whether the product was actually greater, final price was actually greater than 500 or not, or else it will automatically a suspicious thing, right? So we will automatically send to the Slack for the manual approval. And after that, let's say if our store simply maximum price was 500 $1,500, so this particular if node will simply check for that whether the new price was actually lesser than $1,500 or not. And you know and if the final price was greater than $1,500, it will simply send to manual approval. Okay. And if the price was okay in between our range, then we will be automatically using this particular a HTTP node and pass everything, and we will be also using our Shopify API right here to simply update the variant price. Okay. And after that, we will be simply updating, okay, we simply have updated the price. Okay. And let's say if a particular price update gone for a manual approval. So here comes the cool thing. So the user simply have to do is, you know, he simply have to react with a tick mark, white tick mark. So let's say we simply have to react with this particular white check mark. Okay. But the thing is, we will be simply automatically, I mean, whenever the particular desired user simply triggered this particular reaction to that attached message, we will be simply this particular second sub workflow will get triggered, and after that we will check whether the user I mean, whether the user was the actual moderator or not, so that no other person in the Slack channel, will get the decision to make to simply approve that particular pricing update. And after that, we will simply grab the thread of messages but with the timestamp of the reaction trigger, because the original timestamp will get thrown via Slack trigger right here. And after that, we will be extracting the variant ID and the raw COGS max and the new price match, and also after that we will be automatically update the whole new price for that particular variant, and also still notify the user saying we simply updated the price today. So yeah, this is how the whole automation will actually work in the backend. So that's it for today.